Yes.
And one instruction in your chat box, there are two options. First, you can message to everyone. Second one, host only. From this class, you can only message to host only. Okay, in the comment section, you can't make any comments or you can't ask questions. Okay, you can only send any questions or suggestions to me only. Okay, and you may know what has happened on the last class. That should not happen again. Okay, you gave some explanations. Okay, but it shouldn't happen again. These kind of mistakes. The first mistake is yours. Don't let your phone to anybody else, or don't give your phone to anybody else, and don't move away from the class. You have to be in the class. Okay, this must be the last. It's not a very simple issue. It's a serious issue, but for the first time, I'm giving you excuse. This should not happen again. Okay. Okay, on the last class, we saw about the identification of cattle breeds. Objectives, definitions, and we saw the difference between the tropical and temperate breeds, classification, and this is the final slide. So we saw the cattle breeds based on the origin as well as utility. Okay, now we are going to study about the purpose of rearing dairy breeds. Okay, what? How can we divide the breeds according to the utility? Anyone?
Dairy.
Okay, dairy.
Beef breed.
Dual.
Dual.
Dual. Another one?
Crop.
Okay, trout breeds. Excuse me, I want to reduce the sound. Okay. So there are four main purposes. First one is dairy purpose, meat purpose. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dairy purpose, meat purpose, dual purpose, as well as trout purpose. So dairy breeds are mainly used for milk production. So this is the major purpose. Okay, first one is milk production. And can you give me some examples of dairy products?
Cheese.
Cheese, okay.
Yogurt.
Okay. Okay, good. Cheese. Okay, enough. Cheese, butter, ice cream, yogurt, all are dairy products. So the main raw material for the production of these dairy products are milk. So for preparing these dairy products, dairy farmers need large amount of milk at the least possible cost. Least possible cost means very less cost. For this purpose also, we are rearing the dairy cattle. The third one is to produce the replacement stocks. Replacement stocks means just imagine there is a farm. It is having about 100 cattle. After some times, due to certain reasons like disease or low milk production, we want to remove certain cattle from the farm. So this activity will be called as culling. 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 So once we culled certain cattle, we want to replace those cattle with some new cattle. So those new cattle are called as replacement stocks. So this is the third main purpose of rearing the dairy cattle. So this is the thing. Reproduce to provide replacement stock in future years. Okay. What is the main purpose of rearing beef cattle? Anyone? Why we are rearing beef cattle? Main purpose is to obtain the meat. Okay. First, okay. First, in order to obtain the meat, we are rearing this cattle. The second one is here also we want replacement stocks. That means normally we will rear the beef cattle once it has reached marketable weight. That means suitable weight. Then what will we do is we will kill those breeds. Killing means slaughtering. After slaughtering of those beef cattle, we want to replace those cattle which already slaughtered. For this purpose, what we will do is we will raise the young to eventually replace the members of the herd that will be slaughtered for meat when the time is right. Okay, the farmers who are raising those young one is called as the stock farmers. So these beef cattle are also providing a means of living for stock farmers when cattle are either sold for replacement or slaughtering. So this is the main purpose of beef breed. So what are the other breeds? Dual purpose breeds. So what is the main purpose of dual purpose breeds? Simply, dairy breeds means in order to obtain the milk. Beef breeds for obtaining the meat. For dual purpose meat, okay, both milk and meat purpose. And the final one is trout breeds. We are using trout breeds to do some works like plugging or driving the car. Is my sound is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, now we are going to see how to identify the cattle breeds. Okay, in your sport exams, what we will do is we will only place the pictures of the breeds. So using some factors, you want to identify the name of those breeds. So for that identification, commonly we can use the colorations. Some breeds may have black color only, some red color only, some mixed red and black. So using coloration, we can identify a specific breed. Second one, body type. Using the hair type, muscling tendencies and frame size in comparison with other similar breeds. So muscling tendencies means the thickness of the muscle which it have, the size of the muscle, all considered as muscling tendencies. Frame size means the skeletal size. Skeleton means bone. So frame size is the measure of skeletal size of the breed. Third one, length of leg or body in relation to the body or leg size. Also, the average weight of both cows and bulls. So these are the two factors which we can use to identify a particular breed. Coloration, body type and characteristics.
Recording in progress.
Third one, there are two main types of breeds, dairy type, beef type. On the appearance, we can divide both. Okay, this is the dairy type breed. So the body shape will be just like triangular shape, angular shape. The other one is it will have a well-developed udder system. So udder also can be called as mammary gland. So two prominent features of the dairy type breed is it will have angular shaped body and well-developed udder system. So this is beef type. So it will have a square-shaped body and it will have a good lengthy body and it will have also some deep body structure. So these are the main difference between the dairy breeds and beef breeds. So dairy type breeds can be characterized by lean. Lean means thin. Angular form. Already I said this is the angular form. Just triangle shape. And well-developed memory system. Memory system means udder. Second one, beef type. Beef type is square shape. So this is beef type. Square shape, long mean here length, and deep body. And beef type also will have quality meat. The meat quality will be high. So dual purpose breed. So the body structure of the dual purpose breed is intermediate between the meat type as well as dairy type. Trout purpose. So this breed is the trout purpose breed. So we can see this having a greater size. Size will be large and it will be rough. Rough mean it is the opposite term of smooth. So the trout purpose breeds has to be rough because it is designed to do some heavy works. Thereby it should be rough. And it is also have considerable length of leg. So just look at the length. So it is having lengthy legs because it is used to do some works like driving the cars. For that, the length of the leg is a prominent feature. Other one is head characteristics. Horned or polled. Horned mean here. This is horn. So we already studied the difference between the tropical cattle and temperate cattle. One of the feature of tropical cattle is it will have various different size and shapes of horns. So head characteristics. First one is horned or polled. Polled means the cattle which are not having horns are called as polled cattle. Okay, this is horned or polled or both length and size of the horns also can vary. And the size of the head in comparison to the body and length of face also can be used to identify the cattle. So the other characteristic is a brief history lesson. That means the lesson about its ancestors, about its parents. So these are the things which we can use to identify cattle. Okay. Do you have any doubt? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then, okay. Who is Vittahi Bhaskaran? Are you here? Just respond. It's just attendance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hasini Lahanda Siha, 2020 AG024. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Janani Upeksha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. 2020 AG Note 54. Listen icon.
Ma'am.
Again, listen icon. Can you please respond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. If you need any rest or if you want me to stop the class, so that means for rest, you can ask about 5 to 10 minutes of rest. I will provide. And if you have any problems or if you want to leave for any acceptable reason, you can inform me and you can leave. Doesn't matter. So if you're feeling sick or any other thing, you can just message me and you can leave the class. Then I will give the permission to leave the class if you're sick or any other problems. So continuously being in the class is really difficult. I also know. I will go slow. Okay. After each and every half an hour, I will provide you 5 minutes of interval. So daily breeds. So now we are going to see about some of the dairy breeds. So based on origin, we can divide the breeds into two types. What are those? Based on origin.
Tropical breed, temperate breed.
Okay, tropical breeds and temperate breeds. So now we are going to see some of the temperate breeds. The first one is Holstein Friesian. The name is really difficult one, but try to memorize. Okay, Holstein Friesian. So here it is. There are two type of Holstein Friesian: black and white Holstein Friesian and red and white Holstein Friesian. So this one is Holstein Friesian bull. The most common one is this one, black and white Holstein Friesian. Okay. Now we will study about some of the basic features of Holstein Friesian. Okay, these are the things. Just remember, it is the best dairy breed in the world. Okay, in all over the world, this is the best dairy breed. That means it is having high amount of milk production. And not only milk production, it is also giving large amount of flesh. Flesh means meat. So origin is Holland. So from the name, you can have some idea about the origin. Holstein Friesian. So Holland. Color. So what is the color? Anyone?
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Are you changing the slides from other characteristics, head characteristics?
Yes.
We don't able to see that.
Okay. Wait. Is it visible now? Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
So can you see the slide about Holstein Friesian?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Is this slide is visible? Different types of Holstein Friesian.
Yes.
Black and white, red and white.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
One second. Okay, here this is the black and white Holstein Friesian, and this is the red and white Holstein Friesian, and the most common one is black and white. Is this slide is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Note it for a while. I'll come back. Stage. So, in order to obtain those standardization, we want to know about the fat content, butter fat content of the milk. For that purpose, only we have to memorize the butter fat content of all the breeds. So, in your sport exams, this Holstein Friesian, the picture of the Holstein Friesian will be displayed, and definitely there will be two questions. First one is milk production, average milk production. Second one is butterfat. Sometimes we also have some other questions regarding origin, color, marking, or tail, or any other things. But the definite questions are average milk production and butterfat. Okay. Now you can have a 5 minutes rest, and after 5 minutes, I will start the class again. And don't leave the meeting, okay? Don't leave the meeting, just stay. After 5 minutes, I will start the class. And if you have any doubt, ask in the chat section.
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Holstein Friesian finished. Let's go to the other breed. Okay. This Holstein Friesian can be crossed with local breeds, and the bulls of this breed is good beef producers. So crossing means simply mating. Okay, we can make Holstein Friesian to mate with local breeds. Local breeds means the native breeds of Sri Lanka. So for crossing with local breeds, we can use this Holstein Friesian. Okay, Jersey. This is the most important breed. Is the slide is visible? Jersey.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So just look at the eyes. So the Jersey has eyes in the shape of marbles. That's why it is also called as pop eyes. That means the eyes also can be called as pop eyes. Okay. Jersey can produce more kilogram of milk per kilogram of body weight, nearly 30 times of their body weight. So the milk production of Jersey is 30 times more than their body weight. Origin, again, we can have an idea about the origin with its name. Jersey, the origin is island of Jersey in the English Channel. The color and markings. So it is having variety of shades: yellow, red, brown to black, brownish black. So eyes. The eyes are the prominent feature of this breed. So eyes are prominent and it will be in good size. It is called as pop size. So this is definitely your spot questions. So they will ask, name the breed which is having pop eyes. So you must know Jersey. Age at first calving is 38 months. Birth weight 23 to 20 kgs. And here the details about the average adult body weight of male and female. Again, this is the most important thing. Average milk yield 4,000 to 4,500 liters during its lactation interval. That means during its 305 days. Butterfat content is 4.5 to 5.5 percentage. Okay, now we studied about two breeds. First one is Holstein Friesian, second one is Jersey. Okay, which one is having high milk production? Holstein Friesian or Jersey?
Holstein Friesian.
Holstein. Okay, Holstein Friesian. Okay, I will ask some questions in the end of this class regarding each and every breeds. That means I pointed out some main characteristics of these breeds. I will ask questions regarding those characteristics. Okay, just take the notes. Okay, not random questions. I will point out the persons and I will ask the question. Because my co-staffs advised me to be strict towards your batch. So this is the characteristics. Originated from island of Jersey in the English Canal and adapted in wide range of environmental conditions. So that means it can survive in a wide range of environmental conditions. Second one, it is resistant to tropical diseases. So what do you mean by the resistant? Resistant means it will not get disease easily. Okay, so the opposite term of resistant is susceptible. Susceptible means it can get disease easily. So resistant means it will not get disease easily. Okay, it can withstand the disease. So it is resistant to tropical diseases. And the third one, the most important feature, it is suitable for upgrading programs in the tri-zone in Sri Lanka. D that mean tri-zone. Okay, now I will explain what is upgrading. Okay, what about the milk production of temperate breeds when comparing with our native local Sri Lankan breeds, which is higher? Temperate breeds. Okay, good. Temperate breeds have high milk production. So here upgrading means tropical breeds also having high milk production, but the highest milk production is in the temperate breeds. So our native breeds milk production is 1 to 1.5 liters per day. So the highest one is temperate one. The second highest is tropical breeds, and our native breeds are having very low amount of milk production, that is 1.5 to 1 to 1.5 liters per day. So when we are crossing means mating these our native breeds with tropical or temperate breeds, what will happen is the offsprings of those will have a good amount of milk production. Okay, again, that is called as upgrading. I will repeat again. Our native breeds are having very low amount of milk production. So when we are crossing our native breeds with some tropical or temperate breeds, the offspring, the be children or calves, will have good amount of milk production. So this is called as upgrading. Anybody have any doubt about this upgrading? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you want me to repeat, mention it in the chat, okay? Because this is very important. The fourth characteristic is capable of utilizing rough edges efficiently. Okay, what is rough edges? You may study in your theory section, I think. What is rough edges? Okay, rough edges are feeds which are high in fiber. Normal grasses, hay, silage, all are rough edges. Another feed items is concentrates. So there is a major difference between roughages and concentrates. Roughages are high in fiber, low in protein content. Concentrates are opposite, high in protein content and low in fiber content. Okay. Purni, 2020 AG Note 2. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me the major difference between the roughages and concentrates? You can tell or you can put in the chat section. Both are accepted.
Rough edges are high in fiber and low in protein.
Okay.
Concentrations are high in protein and low in fiber.
Okay, very good. You are correct. So, examples of roughages are normal pastures mean grasses, and hay, silage, all those things. Examples of concentrates are maize, soybean meal, groundnut meal. Commonly, these roughages are available in the nature. We can get roughages easily, but concentrates we want to go to the shop and we want to purchase. So cost is high for concentrates, but these Jersey breeds are capable of utilizing roughages efficiently. So the cost of production of this Jersey breed is very less because the feed cost is very less. The final one is easy management and docile. So both have same meaning. The docile means docile. Docile means it will it is very easy to manage. That means it will respond to our instructions. Okay, it is so gentle. The behavior of Jersey is very gentle. So that's why it's called as docile breed. The management is easy and the handling. Management simply means the handling of this breed is easy. Handling means moving here and there, feeding, all these are easy. So these are the main characteristics of Jersey breeds. First one is origin. It's island of Jersey. It's resistant to tropical diseases. The third is the most important thing. Jersey can be used to upgrading programs in the tri-zone in Sri Lanka, and it is capable of using roughages easily, and the management is so easy. So commonly, the six native cattle are highly available in the tri-zones. Okay, so the problem of the native cattle is low milk production. So the upgrading programs is so essential in the tri-zone. So Jersey can be used for these upgrading programs. Okay, Ashir, is the slide is visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is the most beautiful breed, Ashir, and here note. Okay, upgrading. One person asked about upgrading, so I will repeat. Upgrading simply mean there are native cattle. So the main problem of the native cattle is low milk productions, about 1 to 1.5 liters per day. But the temperate breeds and tropical breeds are having high milk production. So when we are crossing both native breeds with temperate or tropical breeds, The offspring of these will have a good amount of milk production. So, simply, if I'm having a cow in my home, its milk production is 1 to 1.5 liters per day. It is very low. So, what I will do is, I will buy one temperate or tropical breed and I will do the mating between these both breeds, my native breeds and those temperate or tropical breeds. So, just take the temperate breeds. So, I will arrange mating between my native breeds and those temperate breeds. The babies which is produced by both of these cattle will have good milk production. So my own cattle, that means my native cattle's milk production is 1 to 1.5 liters, but its baby or its offspring can have a good milk production. So this is called as upgrading. I am saying as baby just for your understanding, okay? You can't call it as baby, okay? It's offspring words. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, if you want to repeat again, you can ask any others. No problem. Asia is the most beautiful breed. So it's most beautiful dairy breed and medium sized. Origin Scotland and color and markings red, mahogany, brown and white in colors. So there are various colors. Age at calving 40 months, birth weight 30 to 36 kgs, and average adult body weight is here. And this is the, again, I'm repeatedly saying, most important thing, average milk yield and butter fat content. Okay, this butter fat content is most suitable for cheese production. I already mentioned we have to consider the butter fat content of a particular milk before making the cheese or any other dairy products. So here the butterfat content of this cattle is 3.9 to 4.1 percentage. This is suitable for cheese production. So if the butterfat is higher for producing a particular dairy products, what we will do is we will remove the fat through the centrifugation or any other means. But here no need for such activities like centrifugation. So that means adding of fat or removing of fat is not needed here. We can straightly use this milk for the cheese production. Okay, characteristics. It is suitable breed for both hill and mid country in Sri Lanka. So you will study about the zones in your theory class. What are the areas which is coming under hill country or mid country? So this Asia can be crossed with Indian cattle like Sahiwal or Sindhi. Sahiwal and Sindhi are examples of Indian breeds. So Asian and into Indian crosses are suitable for coconut triangle and low country wet zone and mid country. So coconut triangle means the areas of Puttalam, Kurunagal and Kambaha. And the advantages are it is active and strong breed, but it is having one disadvantage, is difficult to manage. So when explaining about Jersey, I mentioned one word, docile. That means Jersey is easy to handle or easy to manage. But Ayrshire is opposite. It is very difficult to manage. So this is brown Swiss. Sachini Samaratunga, 2020 AG 1, no, sorry, not 1, 2. Are you here? 2020 AG Note 1 2. Sashini Samaratunga. 2020 AG Note 1 2. If there's any problem with your mic, you can mark your presence in the chat box. Otherwise, I will put absent. So she is not here. Agarjana Kalgamova.
Hello, madam.
Who is this? Name, please. Sajini, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Two 2020 AG Note 16. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In 2020 AG Note 72. Sarami.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, good. Ganeshalingam Nirojan.
Yes, miss.
Okay. What is that 2020 AG slash PO mean what?
Public officers. We didn't get raised,
Okay,
number
okay.
still now.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Another one. Savindya. 2020 AG note 4. Okay. Okay. Sashini Samarthanga, sorry, I have connection. Okay, okay, no problem. Connection problem, no. Connection problem, okay. Acceptable, but okay, brown Swiss. So origin Switzerland, color and markings brown shaded. It will vary from silvery to blackish. Age at first carving 38 months. Birth weight 45 to 50 kgs. Average adult body weight here and average milk production 3,400 to 4,100 liters during 305 days. That means during the lactation interval. Butter fat is 4%. Here, this breed is used for trout as well as for milk and beef production in the Switzerland. So it can be used for three purposes: trout, milk, and beef production. Okay. Can you see the difference in color between these milks? What about the color difference?
Perfect.
Pardon? Again, can you please say?
Fat is high, ma'am.
Fat. What is high?
Fat concentration.
No. I asked about the color. Both. What about this color and this color? This is pure white and this is little
Caramel.
okay, yellowish milk. So can be also called as golden milk. So by seeing the appearance, we can't determine about the fat content. So here, golden milk. So the golden color of this milk is due to the beta carotene. So here, this golden milk is having high amount of beta carotene. This beta carotene is essential for our body for the production of vitamin A. So this is guarantee. Okay. Origin, Channel Island of Guernsey. Again, you can get an idea about the origin from the name. Color and markings, red to light fawn and white in color. Birth weight 30 to 34 kgs. Average adult body also mentioned here. And average milk yield 3,450 liters, 345 note. Just remember like that. Butterfat is 4.5 percentage. Exterior skin and interior fat have yellow pigments. So pigment means patches, small patches. Yellow color patches is visible in exterior skin as well as the interior. Interior means inside the fat. So both will have exterior skin and interior fat will have yellow color pigments. So this is one of the special feature of guarantee. Okay, this is dairy short horn. Okay, here also origin England, color and markings red or red and white. Average adult body weight and average milk yield is 3,800 liters. Butterfat is 3.6 percentage. Okay, now we finished the temperate breeds, temperate dairy breeds. So now we have to move to the tropical dairy breeds. Okay, you can have a 5 minutes rest.
Recording stopped.
Chat box. If you want to contact me, you can contact through this address. I can't provide my phone number to all because it is not permission is not granted for staffs to contact students personally. So we can only contact you through your batch representatives. But even though I'm sending my mail address, if you have any doubt or any other suggestions, you can contact me through this mail address. Okay. And chat box is not like your Facebook or WhatsApp account. That means you can't delete anything. Okay. So for fun or anything, don't chat anything unnecessarily because it is creating some evidence. No. So if you take screenshot, you can pass it to anyone. So that's why I said you can only contact. So if you have any doubt or anything, you can only put it to me only, not in the comment chat group. And if anybody has the screenshot of the past class means your group 2 class about the chat section, please don't pass it to anyone. Okay, just delete it. Okay, I also deleted my recording. Okay, it was just an accident, so there's no problem, but this can happen to anyone. Okay, if you left your Zoom class, so anyone can chat to, anyone can message you, even anyone can on the mic and speak with the stars. This can happen to anyone. So this should be the last thing. So I already said if you have any problem, any sick, headache or anything, you can simply tell me and you can leave. I'll allow you to go, but don't leave the class and go somewhere else because this should not happen again. As I know, this is the first time this kind of things are happening. We are also studied through the Zoom, but we didn't do this kinds of thing. Okay. Again, it's just an accident or not purposely done. That's why you got an excuse. Repeatedly saying this should not repeat. Okay. Can you see the slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask some questions. If you know the answer, you can tell. Okay. Today I'm not going to point out any index number and ask. I ask commonly. If anybody know answer, you can tell. So, what is the name of the breed which is having high milk production?
Frisian.
Holstein Friesian.
Holstein Friesian.
Horse and
Okay,
Friesian.
good. Holstein Friesian. And which breed we can use for upgrading native cattle in the Trison?
Jersey.
Jersey. Okay, very good. Which is the most beautiful breed?
Asha.
Yes.
Okay, good. And which breed is having milk that is rich in beta carotene? Guarantee.
Guernsey.
Okay. Your batch is very good in answering. Group 2 also answered very well. So you are listening to the class. That's a great thing. I am very happy about that. Okay. Now let's see the tropical dairy breeds. Now we already studied about the temperate dairy breeds. Now we are going to study about the tropical dairy breeds. Okay, thank you so much for your comment. I also like you so much because I already mentioned you are my first batch. But okay, there's little disappointment from the last class, in the last class, but okay. If it is really done by her sister, she's also innocent. I talked with her. I initially got angry, but after talking with her, I understood she's really innocent. She's not responsible for this kind of act. So okay, this should not happen in again. I can't talk these kinds of thing in the other group. Okay, just leave it because this is but careful. This should not happen to any other staff, so any other departments. Let's go and study about the tropical dairy breeds. Sometimes in your after finishing of this practical, some other staffs from my department will take you one class. The class he will that means establishment sir will take the class and he will ask some questions. That means it's just a Viva type class. Okay, he will ask the questions and you should answer those questions. I'm not sure when he will take that class, but he will take the class not to ask questions. He will give some information about the faculty, department, and examination patterns, and also the term paper presentation. He will explain it to you. And he said he is going to ask some questions. Okay, so just study all these things. I don't know when he will put the class. I will inform you. So just remember the names of the breed and milk production and butterfat content. So I will inform about his class. Okay, that means please continuously study those things because you are going to study 20 or 30 breeds. So here now we are studying about the cattle breed. So it will be continued with buffalo, sheep, goat, and poultry. And finally, we will have some calculations. Calculation is easy, but remembering all these breeds, its milk production, its fat content, its basic, some of the characteristics is very difficult. So you can't study on the day before the exams. So it will be huge stress. Okay, on our batch also, some people plan to study for practicals before exams. So they faced huge difficulties. That means they didn't slept on the previous day of the exams. So I already mentioned about the practical exam. There are three components: spot, viva, and practical written. So all these you can't finish by studying on the previous day. So little by little, start to study from now. Just put a chart that is easy about the breeds, milk production, and butterfat content. Okay, other features are also important, but these three are very prominent. Identification is most important because if you identify only, you can answer the other questions. And remember the milk production of all these and the butterfat content and some prominent features. Features mean just like my questions. So they will ask what is the breed which is having high milk production, most beautiful breed. So the breed which is having beta carotene in its milk and the milk which we can use to produce some of the dairy products like cheese and these kinds of questions is going to come in the spot exam. So study um, daily, work on daily. Daily work is very important. So study continuously. Okay, don't plan to study on the previous day of exams. Those animal science practicals is something hard. Okay, let's go and study the tropical dairy breeds. Okay, this is Sahiwal. It's an Indian breed, origin in Pakistan. So Sahiwal, okay. Uh, Based on the appearance, there are two main parts in the tropical breeds, which is absent on the temperate breeds. What are those parts? Did you understand my questions? Did you understand my question? Okay. Wait. So slides is not visible. Okay.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Can you see now?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
So this is Sahiwal. So I already mentioned the difference between the tropical breeds and temperate breeds. So tropical breeds will have two special parts than the temperate breeds. What are those? By looking at the picture, you can understand. You can identify.
hump and develop.
Okay, very good. Hump and dewlap. So this is hump and this part is dewlap. So this is Sahiwal bull and this is cow. Okay, these are the details about Sahiwal. Origin is Pakistan. Color vary from pale red to dark brown, black. Common color is reddish brown. Age at first calving 30 to 43 months. Birth weight. I already mentioned about the birth weight, the difference between the birth weight of tropical breeds and temperate breeds. So tropical breeds are having low birth weight as well as low growth rate when comparing with the temperate breeds. So here the birth weight is 22 to 24 kilogram. Calving interval 13 to 18 months. Average milk yield, which you must definitely memorize, 1134 to 3175 liters. So here the lactation interval can vary from 280 to 360 days. Butterfat content 4 to 6%. So now let's look about some of the important characteristics of Sahiwal breed. Okay, it is suitable for upgrading national herd in coconut triangle and trizone. Okay, I already mentioned about one temperate breed which we can use for upgrading. What is that?
Jersey.
Yes, correct, Jersey. So here Sahiwal also can be used to upgrade the national herds in the trizone and coconut triangle. So on the temperate breeds for upgrading purpose, we can use Jersey. On the tropical breeds for upgrading purpose, we can use Sahiwal. And it is suitable for crossbreeding with European breeds. So this, what do you mean by the crossbreeding? So based on the origin, we can divide the cattle into tropical breeds and temperate breeds. Mating between these tropical breeds and temperate breeds are called as crossbreeding. Okay? Did you understand what is crossbreeding? Simply crossing between the tropical breeds and temperate breeds can be called as crossbreeding. Mating of tropical breeds with temperate breeds. This is crossbreeding. Samina J. Kumar, are you here?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, what is crossbreeding?
Crossing between tropical and temperate cattle.
Okay, good. So here, Sahiwal is suitable breed for crossing with European breeds like Ayrshire, Jersey, Friesian for mid-country and low-country wet zone for improving the milk production. Can you see the slide, Red Simbi?
Yes,
Yes, Miss.
Okay. This is the picture of Red Simbi, bull and cow. I will send you the pictures of these cattle. You have to draw the cattle and you have to mark the colors clearly. Okay, and the same pictures will be displayed for spot exams. So here it's in the origin. It is also Karachi in Pakistan. Color and markings usually reddish brown. Vary from dull yellow to dark red. Bulls are darker than the cows. So age at first calving 30 to 43 months, birth weight 20 to 22 kilograms, calving intervals 13 to 18 months, average adult body weight is also mentioned in the slide, and average milk production 1500 to 5000 liters during the lactation interval of 305 days. Butter fat is 4 to 5%. In group 1, so your group 1. Okay. In group 2, 1% should be memorize all these datas. So if possible, you can memorize all these data, but the most important one is average yield and butterfat. Because I already mentioned you are going to study about a number of breeds. So memorizing all details about all breeds is something difficult. So focus your attention on the picture, identification, milk yield and butterfat. Origin is also important and some other questions also can be asked. Sometimes they will ask about aged carving or carving intervals. Just have a common idea about the aged carving, birth weight, carving intervals, such things. Can you see the slides? Animals about the features?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Okay. These animals can tolerate various climatic conditions and it is resistant to common diseases. What do you mean by the resistant? I already told us. Resistant mean
Will not get disease
okay.
easily.
Will not
Get disease easily.
okay. Will not get diseases. And it is also a suitable breed for upgrading in Trizone. So we can also use red Sindhi. So already Sahiva can be used. Now we can also use Sindhi for upgrading purpose. And it is also can be crossed with European breeds. And the Jersey is a temperate breed. Jersey crossed with red Sindhi. The offspring are suitable for coconut triangle, trizone, and low country wet zone. Here, this crossing symbol means mating or breeding. So, Jersey into red Sindhi means Jersey mated with red Sindhi. And it is mainly used for milk production and also used for some light works like plugging and carting. So it's here. Just observe this picture. So this breed is known for high milk yield and docile temperament. Temperament means the characteristics, natural behaviors. Docile. What do you mean by the docile? Already we studied this word in the Jersey.
Easy to manage.
Easy to manage. Okay, it will have very gentle behavior. Origin, it's Indian breed. Gujarat in India. Color, shiny red to spotted white color. Skin is soft, thin and glossy. So size moderate to large. And it's having comparatively large dewlap. Just look at the dewlap, it's very large. Big head with prominent bulging. So shield like forehead and long face. Convex means the curved face. So in A level, you may study the convex lens or concave lens. So this is the convex shape. So curved shape for forehead and long face. So ears are long ears and pendulous. Just here, pendulous means it can move. The pendulum-like shape. And tail is long and slender. Slender means very thin. And udder is well developed. Average adult body weight is mentioned here. And okay, now we finished tropical dairy breeds. So we studied about Sahiwal, Sindhi, and Gir. Okay, now you can have a 5 minutes rest. We will move to the meat breeds. Are you okay to? Yes, for one person asked about some details about some practical works. That means you have to draw all the pictures and you have to write the details regarding those pictures. And I will send those pictures to you. And did you note all details? or you want time to note it again? And now we just finished about the dairy breeds, tropical and dairy breeds. We are now in the other classes, in the next classes, we will study about meat breeds and dual purpose breeds. After that, you can submit your practicals. Okay, you have to submit your practicals all together. So that means after completing all 4 type of breeds, you have to submit the practicals and you have to draw all the pictures, color it, and you have to mention the details which I mentioned in the slides, and I will tell about the discussion. I will tell about the main points which you have to include in the discussion. Okay. So I will start about the meat breeds in 335. Typical dairy breeds you can ask.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now can you see the slides? Meat breeds, beef cattle breeds.
Yes,
Okay. Beef cattle breeds are simple than the dairy breeds. Okay, this is Hereford. Just look at the picture. The color is brown color, but the head will be in the white color. Okay. First, it's a docile breed. Okay, I already introduced this term. That means it is very gentle breed. It can give response to our commands. So the handling is very easy. Possess high popularity and adaptability in all regions. That means it can adapt to various regions around the world. Origin England. Color and marking large framed. That means it will have a large size. Normally these breeds will be large size which is having very long body, long and deep body. And it is red body with their trademark white face. Trademark means it is specific to this particular breed. So simply it is having red bodies with white faces. Other characteristics are it is excellent foragers. Foragers means the foraging ability means these breeds can search its own food in various places and it can get its food by its own. Okay, it is having a good capabilities of searching and eating foods. So that kind of behavior is called as foraging ability. So these breeds are excellent foragers. Did you understand the term foraging?
Can you explain it, ma'am?
Okay. So foraging means it can move to various places and it can select and eat its food. Okay. Simply, it's capable of getting its own food easily by moving here and there. So foraging. Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, excellent foragers. That means it can move to various places and it can take its own food. So it can graze on various locations easily. So it is excellent foragers. Strength, hardness. So it's very hard. So strengths mean the plus point of these Hereford breeds. So first one is hardness and disposition. Disposition is having same meaning as docile breeds. That means disposition means handling behavior is easy. We can easily handle this kind of breed. Weakness, low milk production. So normally it's a beef breed. So milk production may be low. Prolapsus. So prolapsus means it's an anatomical condition. So it's a disorder, anatomical disorder. That means during the calving time. So calving means when during the birth of its calf, sometimes what will happen is the uterus may come outside or any other internal organs like uterus, vagina can come outside. So do you know what is uterus? It is having same meaning like womb. So womb being the place where the baby will be, they are in the pregnancy time. That is uterus. It's an organ which is holding the baby during its pregnancy. So when calving time, the uterus sometimes come out. Sometimes vagina may dislocate. So this kind of problem is called as prolapsus. So these prolapses are common in Hereford. Or these prolapses are common in beef breeds like Hereford. Did you understand what is prolapsus? I will explain again. So normally prolapsus mean the some organs, some of the internal organs like uterus or vagina may dislocate. Commonly, the prolapses occur in the calving time. So sometimes in some cattle, you can see the uterus will come outside and hang here. So this kind of problems can be called as prolapsus. It's common in Hereford. So this is one of the weakness of this breed, Hereford. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, again, I'm saying it is very docile breed, high popularity, and it's having high adaptability in all regions. Strengthness is excellent for ages, its hardness and its disposition. Weakness means very low milk production, so prolapsus conditions can arrive in these breeds. So these are excellent mothers also and provide a consistently excellent eating experience. And this is Brahman breed. Can you see this slide?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Okay. You can see he's very huge sized breed. Okay. It's good beef breeds. Origin is southern western United States. It's a crossbreed from India. Color and markings light gray, but it may be in red or black. Mature male is darker than the females. So these are large animals with long body and moderate depth with long to medium length legs and straight back. So this is the characteristics of Brahman. Okay, Jamaica red ball. Excuse me. Only two main points. Origin America, color and marking dark to medium red. So it is developed by upgrading of indigenous Cebu crossbreeds using red tall bulls. So it's Trout Master. Can you see the slides?
Yes, miss.
So here for beef breeds only 2 or 3 points for each breed. So it's very easy. So it's crossbreed cattle. So produced from crossing red American Brahman cattle. Origin is America, color and markings light or dark red in color. So it is producing excellent quality meat. That's one of the beneficial feature of this trout master. Okay, another one, Angus. Origin Scotland. So usually black color with big muscles and fat. Fold mean it will not have horns. Strength is okay. Marbling and carving easy. Carving, I already told about carving. It is act of giving birth to young one. So here the carving is very easy. So it will not have much problem or any struggles. So carving procedure will be so easy. And marbling means just imagine it is a piece of muscle or it's a piece of meat. So sometimes there will be some fat streaks or fats will be inside those meats in between. That means intramuscular fat. So that means inside the muscles you can see some of the fat particles. So it will be white color streaks. So the whole meat portions will be red color, and within this meat portions you will see some white color streaks. So these white color streaks are the fat. So this kind of appearance is called as marbling. So it is one of the beneficial feature. So if marbling is there, that means the meat will be so soft, tender and juicy. Okay, did you understand what is marbling? So marbling simply means so the fat will be distributed in the muscles. Okay, just like white color streaks. Did you understood what is marbling?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody want me to repeat what is marbling? Okay, if you want, you ask in the chat section. Weakness is disposition. That means it is not gentle. And fat content is high. That is also weakness of this Angus breed. Okay, this is the final one, but it's very important one. So these are our native kettles. So also called as local kettles, indigenous kettle and singular kettles. So it is indigenous for Sri Lanka. So it is representing 75% of total cattle population. So the 75% of total cattle population is indigenous cattle. So it will have various colors. So colors can vary for these indigenous cattle, but the size will be so small and growth rate and reproductive performance are very poor for these cattle. Cows are poor milk yielders. I already told our native cattle are having milk production of 1 to 1.5 liters per day. Okay, that's it. Okay. The one more part is there, that is dual purpose breeds. We will study those breeds in next class. Okay, anyone has any doubt? That is also a very small portion. We can finish between 15 minutes. Any doubts? Okay, I will take attendance for some people. Sudaharan Arulamudan, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Rujani Kunasegaram,
Yes, ma'am.
Kanishka Palatantri,
Yes, ma'am.
Chamundi 2020 AG 118.
Yes, ma'am.
2020 AG 118. Again, 2020 AG 118. Are you here?
Yes, I am here, madam.
Okay. Shabita Vimalashri, 2020 AG 128.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 2000. Okay. 2020 AG 110. T. Vyasar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. You can leave. Class is over.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ask. DOCILE, docile. Okay, that means easy to handle. Management is so easy. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please show me the Angus slide?
Okay. Is it okay?
Okay, madam. Isn't there any pictures for that cattle, ma'am?
Yes. Wait. I will send you the picture separately. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
ma'am, do you want to color all the pictures?
Yes, you want to color all the pictures.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Who is this? Kishanti Mohana Rasan. Okay. Yes. Color pencils. Color pencil. Okay, chalk color is also acceptable, but don't use pens. Pens or paint stick you can use. You can't use pens or paint stick. Chalk color and color pencil is acceptable. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you tell again what is the meaning of marbling?
Okay, marbling. I'll explain. So, in the meat portions, wait 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in the meat portion, so just imagine it is a part of meat. Okay, in the meat here there will be tissues, so muscles will be there. So within the muscles there will be white color fat particles. So here and there, the white color fat particles will be distributed. So this is called as marbling. So simply in the meat portions, within the muscles, we can see white color particles here and there. So this kind of appearance is called as marbling. So this is most preferable because if there is marbling, that means the meat is very juicy, smooth, and very tasty. Okay, this is one of the plus point. Did you understood?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
What is the meaning of disposition?
Okay. Disposition is having same meaning like docile. So disposition means gentle behavior. It's a measure of docile behavior.
Then that is the strength, like means, but in Angus we are categorizing weakness.
Okay, wait. I'll explain it. Okay, weakness means it is not having the disposition. Okay,
Okay.
here disposition is not there.
Ma'am,
Yes,
when we write the practical,
Yes.
should we write discussion part or introduction part like lab techniques?
There's no introduction part to these practicals, but you have to write the discussion at the end of the practical. I will tell now practical is not finished. Now you are on practical one. So now we have finished up to meat breeds. So in coming classes we will study about the dual breeds. After that, the practical one will be finished. So after that, I will tell about the discussions. What you have to include in discussions. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.